That movie sucked.
I kind of liked it.
Movie Night Crew Network.
Ichor, the golden blood of the gods, flowed from a gash in the war god's boot. The expression on his face was beyond hatred. It was pain, shock, complete disbelief that he'd been wounded. He limped toward me, muttering ancient Greek curses. Something stopped him. It was as if a cloud covered the sun, but worse. Light faded, sound and color drained away. A cold, heavy presence passed over the beach, slowing time, dropping the temperature to freezing, and making me feel like life was hopeless, fighting was useless. The darkness lifted. Ares looked stunned. Police cars were burning behind us. The crowd of spectators had fled. Annabeth and Grover stood on the beach, in shock, watching the water flood back around Ares' feet, his glowing golden ichor dissipating in the tide. Ares lowered his sword. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I'm Taylor from Cabin 6.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13. So for this episode, we watched Wonder Woman.
Oh, shit. You warned me that it was gonna take me a second. It did.
Yeah. You did you get it? Did you get it?
Yes, I did get it.
This is basically the last 30 minutes of Wonder Woman, is this chapter.
The ending of fucking Wonder Woman was way longer than the ending of Wonder Woman needed to be.
It really was. But, like, this chapter, it was just all action, just, like, fighting God against demigod. That's what it was. And it was Ares!
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Percy is Wonder Woman? Is
Confirmed?
Yeah. Percy is Wonder Woman confirmed.
Good theory, good theory. Glad we got here.
Yeah. I mean, they're both bi, right?
Sure. We'll go with that.
They are.
Aren't we all?
So, what happened, in Wonder Woman?
In Wonder Woman this week, Ares is a dick. The end. Oh, and Mrs. Dodds is weirdly nice.
That's it. You guys have to read the chapter.
Y'all,
that was it.
Y'all, we don't do well with chapters that are just, battle.
Yeah.
What was I supposed to give you them a play-by-play?
Yeah, like, Percy used water. Ares was a dick.
Percy used water. It was super effective.
Percy called on his water Pokemon. He called on Squirtle. That's how this works.
Do you think Percy would allow himself to have any other types?
Well, it depends. Maybe he'd, like, get an owl because Annabeth told him to.
Ooh,
like, be like,
yeah.
oh, I gotta do this for Annabeth. So, like, maybe... Is there a goat Pokemon? This is the question I have.
Well, maybe...
Or, like, a tin can. Is there a tin can Pokemon? I wouldn't put it past them.
I was thinking, like, maybe an Earth, like, any Earth type to represent, Grover. I don't know. I don't know enough about Pokemon. All I know is Squirtle and Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur, the bestest.
Charizard and Pikachu.
Well, I'm Charmander.
I'm trying to think if there's any other. Is there one that's, like, called Ditto or something?
Yes, there is.
There. I named one that is not those four.
Now I'm just thinking about Detective Pikachu.
Meowth. Is Meowth just his own type?
Well, there's like an evolution of that. You're asking me, and I know like maybe 10 more Pokemon than you do.
Oh, cool.
Like, at most.
Cool. We're doing great, guys.
We're doing fabulous today.
So, this episode's coming out in a couple weeks. Like, we're an episode ahead of recording. So we're trying to finish up, the book so we can take a hiatus. It's also corresponding with me starting grad school and a new job, and I was taking a seminar about teaching the Holocaust this week.
Yikes, yeah.
So, my brain isn't exactly sure how processing works anymore. So, if words don't make sense, more than normal, I do acknowledge my words don't normally make sense, but if they're more than normal, you know why. It's been a time. I'm fine.
We're not fine.
They
We are not fine.
They said as they cried into their monitors. That being said, if you didn't stick around to the end of the episode last week, we are taking about a month-long hiatus at the end of this book going into season 2. Although we're gonna throw out a bonus episode for Percy's birthday, obviously. Because Christina told us we needed to.
Yeah, Pod Daddy was like, you gotta take a break.
We're like, no,
sure,
don't.
I guess.
And she was like, no, you gotta take a break. So we're taking a break.
It's forced upon us. This is like so far away from right now, where
for us it's so far away, and it's like, so we're recording July 1st. Yeah. Let's see, when does this episode come out in the grand scheme of things?
I don't fucking know.
I don't even know anymore. Oh no, that one's only in a couple weeks. That's fine. So, listeners, time has no, if we did not have this spreadsheet in front of us.
The spreadsheet that we constantly edit.
So, like, I don't know what day is which and what's up. So, that's fun. It's fun. We're fine. It's fine.
I just got confused looking at it for a second. I'm just like, wait, what? And then I'm like, oh, I read that wrong. Never mind. Anyway.
Well, long story short, after the end of this book, we're taking a month-long break because Christina told us we had to.
Thanks, Pod Daddy!
Which, like, I'm sure editing Taylor will enjoy sleeping.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine she'll be doing.
I'll be sad because I won't, like, be chatting with Taylor, like, for these book things.
We can still call each other.
We just have to have, like, our Thursday hangout. That's just what it's gonna be. Just be like, sup. No, we say sup for, like, an hour, and then
just
we
back
end the call.
And forth.
Yes.
Just back and forth. Okay. That's an entire
great.
bonus episode we'll release someday. It's just us saying sup over and over and over again. Until Joe asks us to stop.
I feel like that insinuates that Joe would have to make an appearance. And I still have not seen him. He still does not exist.
That's how he's decided he wants it. Joe's his own man.
He's an enigma.
He truly is. But, alas, it is up to him, whether or not he exists, I guess.
Oh, should we talk about, like, this, what we usually do? I mean...
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're just back on Santa Monica Beach, so for the millionth week in a row, I have nothing for you. I don't know, what was it, third week
Where the fuck are we? We're, like, where we were 2-3 chapters ago?
2 chapters ago, I think. Yeah, 2 chapters ago. Wait.
Well, that would be 3. 3 chapters
Three
ago.
chapters.
Because
Guys,
we're in Hades for, like, 2 chapters.
We're also really good at counting. That's our other strong suit. Counting.
No, it's not. I'm gay, I can't do math.
Counting and knowing what day it is are two strongest
I drive,
suits.
so I'm not allowed to be able to do math. So, that's how it works.
Wait, what's the rule?
I think there's, like, 3 things. It's, like, there's driving, doing math, and it was something else. And you're only allowed to be able to do, like, 2 of them.
Oh, man.
I can't remember.
I guess
this was
I
like
can't
a meme.
I guess I can't do what the other one was.
Do I have to look this up so I don't sound stupid?
No gay has all 5. Is
all
the best
5?
new gay Twitter meme.
Okay, that's more than I thought.
Let's see. Oh no, this is a bunch of them. That it's like a thing.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay,
no,
so it's drive, cook,
and
do math.
Yeah, I just found it.
Okay,
but I can actually do all 3 of them, but I guess I can take drive. I guess I'd rather be able to cook and do math.
No, see, I can only drive, so you can take one of mine.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Now I'm
Yeah, I can't cook, I can't do math, so you just get all 3 of mine, and I can only drive.
I feel like it would be unfortunate if I couldn't do math, considering I teach math during summer school.
Well, I better be able to drive, because that's what I do for a living.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't stop, like, certain people from doing certain jobs, so...
As far as I know, I can drive. Legally. I can.
Legally, you can, yes.
There we go. In case you missed it, ha ha ha. This week we're talking about a few things. One of which, I think me and Taylor were like at the same time. Oh, we should bring up Icor, as I almost mispronounced it in our thing. I thought it was Icor for many a time. But I think this is the first chapter it's mentioned, so we're like, why don't we talk about that as well as Ares and technically in Percy Jackson it's the Helm of Darkness, but it's just the cap of invisibility in mythology, you know?
Helm of Darkness just sounds so much cooler though.
Yeah, and like that, you know, it fits with some things I think better for Hades. Helm of Darkness. It really makes him sound goth.
He's not?
No, Hades isn't actually goth at all. He's actually a prep.
That explains so much. Explains so much.
Someone like draw Hades as a prep. I want this AU where Hades is not a goth at all. That would be so funny. All right. So, I'll start with Icor because that has like, I mean, it has a page, but it's also like the shortest page here. If my computer will load, that is. It was doing fine, and then it wasn't. Okay, here we go. It's just got like the one sentence on the top. It's the ethereal fluid that is the blood of gods and/or immortals. The fluid. We love that.
Oh, I don't like the word.
Why don't they just say it's the blood of gods and/or immortals? Just say it's blood. It says ethereal fluid, like, down here, too. Why? It just keeps saying ethereal fluid. Why?
It isn't even, like, I would understand more if, like, I saw here in the Iliad that he, like, Homer said something like that, but he doesn't.
Yeah. No one uses that terminology except for Wikipedia. It's just Wikipedia that's like, it's ethereal fluid. Nope, no one else says this, my dude. Okay. So it's said to retain qualities of ambrosia and nectar. It can be toxic to humans.
Is that how they make ambrosia and nectar? Do they milk the gods?
I don't think it's milking if it's their blood, my dude. She just put a finger to the screen to shush me.
But do they have blood drives? But it's really just to make...
You know, that'd be interesting. Okay. Tangent here. So how, like, vampires work in sometimes is that you have to have, like, some of the vampire's blood in your system. And, like, you like, swap blood with the vampire. They get some of yours, you get some of theirs, and that's how you become a vampire. So, like, what if becoming a god was like that? Like, you get some Icor, whatever the fuck you call it, and they get some of your red blood. You gotta get that good ethereal fluid in you.
Okay, second question here. What type blood do the dogs? Are they all O positive? Or no, O negative is the universal donor.
They have type C. Type Z. That's it. They're it's just like in a different type entirely that has nothing to do with any of the other types.
Okay. Then could you make a money-making business out of a god? You take a god, okay? And you take human blood, and you put into the god, and it makes more Icor, and you just keep, like, cycling it through.
What? I'm so confused now.
You should be. Just continue.
I don't know what's going on. Taylor has lost it. We're 20 minutes into recording. She's already lost it.
I lost it. I don't know how many episodes ago. I don't know what you're talking about.
You lost it for this ep specifically, though.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So Icor, the ethereal fluid. I should just call it that so I don't mispronounce it. The ethereal fluid is toxic to humans, and it could kill them instantly if they can't come in contact with it. Yeah. So Homer uses it. Does anybody else use it? It's mostly just... I think it's just Homer.
It seems like a couple other
Who's this? Apollyon?
Cretan mythology.
I can't say that fucking name. Apollonius?
Apollonius? Question?
This person who wrote the Argonautica. The second quote on there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know why that, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta look at it.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, I think Rhodius is the last name.
Rhodius, yeah. Yeah. So also it has some stuff about, God, is it Talos or is it Talos?
I don't know.
How do you pronounce fucking Greek names?
I was going Talos, but I'm most likely wrong.
It's Talos. Yes. I did it. Who is giant bronze automaton man, but sometimes he has blood, apparently, which is really weird. But apparently he has a single vein of the ethereal fluid. Yep, that's not weird.
It's fine.
Also, it's mentioning my boy Prometheus bleeding out, and that makes me sad. I love him.
He deserved better.
He did. I mean, he technically was freed by Heracles.
Yes.
So, but, also his liver was eaten out for, a while.
Yeah.
A good while.
Yeah. Fucking hit Zeus.
I wonder if he drinks after that.
He has a liver of steel at that point, because it grows back every night. Oh.
Wait. AU where, he's, a god of, alcohol and shit, because, his liver just forever lives on.
So, on that, no. His liver grows back after it's been pecked out. Does it continuously grow back every night, even if it hasn't been pecked out? Does he just have a million layers to his liver?
I think it's just the fact that, he's a god, and, he, heals himself and shit. I think that's what it's supposed to be. But I like the idea that just, his liver is immortal.
Questions. Man,
Taylor is so broken right now.
Prometheus would find a way to die, but his liver would still keep going.
Taylor is broken. Y'all aren't seeing what I'm seeing. She's broken.
I have so many questions. I lost my headphones.
Okay. Yeah. There's also apparently some mentions in medicine.
Although Percy Jackson is the only mention in pop culture.
It also, yeah, so I guess this is the first mention of it in this chapter, because it does specifically say that, it's when Percy injures Ares. That's the first mention of it. That's very specific. Thank you, Wikipedia. Wikipedia that also gave us ethereal fluid. That's funny. The things in medicine, basically any discharge is called ichor sometimes by people.
Specifically from a wound or ulcer.
Lovely!
And it's normally unpleasant.
I want to move on now.
Offensive.
Why?
Okay.
Oh, I like this.
It's more repulsive than blood.
My goodness, why?
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? I feel like, did they mention what color it's supposed to be?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Because I believe, in the chapter, didn't they say it's specifically gold?
In the chapter it says gold. So here
I don't see
blood followed, but immortal ichor pure, such as the blessed inhabitants of heaven may bleed.
Just compares it to blood.
For the gods eat not man's food, nor slake as he was saved. Yeah, nope. It doesn't say anything in the actual original.
Interesting.
Doesn't say anything in the one from Talos or whatever.
Yeah. Weird. Okay. I don't know.
Hmm.
I feel like gold makes sense though. But I guess that's something
it compares it to being part of the gods or whatever. So I guess.
I just noticed the thing at the top of the page. This article is about the mythological term for the modern meaning. See bile. Okay, I don't need this. I don't need this in this episode. What do you want to talk about next?
Do Cap of Invisibility.
Cool.
We'll leave the dick for last.
Yes, we love Dick here so much.
Sure. Sure we do.
Alright, the Cap of Invisibility. Okay, this has some, like, interesting things here. So, like, whatever it's called in Greek, which is not quite that, means the dog skin of Hades? Literally? That is the literal meaning of it.
Eidoskinin? Question? Maybe? Yeah, we're gonna call it the Cap of Hades or Helm of Hades or something other than the Greek.
You don't want to call it the dog skin of Hades?
I'm gonna pass on that one, because we just talked about the Goodest Boy recently, and...
You know, maybe Cerberus had, a fourth head. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
it took her a second.
I'm sad.
I'm sorry, babe. Okay. So, it's a helmet or it's a cap that can turn the wearer invisible. Obviously, you get this. And some of the people who have had it are not just Hades. We have Athena, Hermes, and Perseus. Perseus! Interesting. Anytime Perseus comes up, I'm just like, interesting. Yeah, so, okay, so it allows the user to become invisible, functionally like a cloud of mist that surrounds themselves to make them undetectable. Cool. Yeah, so there's one source that attributes it to the rule of the underworlds, being Hades. At least, in some versions. Hades, the Zeus of the underworld. I just think that's funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so the Cyclops give the big three, as we call them in Percy Jackson worlds. They're objects. Zeus gets lightning bolt, Poseidon the trident, Hades gets the helmet. This is we've already learned this in the book, but like it's cool that some things Rick did not make up.
Just some of the important things, that's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, Hades has it. Athena wears it in the Trojan War. Cool.
Huh.
Interesting.
That one is interesting.
She uses it to become invisible to Ares, specifically. Oh, that reminds me. Does that mean we can talk about that this chapter? Because I think I had a spoiler tangent in a previous chapter.
Yes, you can talk about it now.
Okay, cool. Hermes wears the cap during his battle with Hippolytus, the giant. That must be during the Gigantomachy? Yeah. Interesting.
Yes.
I mean, Hermes wearing it also makes sense to me. Like, because...
Why doesn't everyone just wear it?
Why doesn't everyone get their own? No, it's because Hades should be special. Give Hades something cool. Yeah, and then Perseus gets it to go on his quest to slay Medusa. He's given it by Athena, which I'm just wondering, did Athena just like steal it from Hades and be like, here you go, bud. Because Hades is not the one who gave it to her, or Perseus. So like, I'm just wondering what happened here. Why does anybody else have it? And why don't we have like Hades giving it to other people if they're gonna have it? It's just a question I have.
I wish I had answers for you, bud, but I have 0 answers.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep asking questions. Also, of course, it appears in pop culture and such. And
yeah.
Pop
culture.
I forgot about
Dragon Quest. Oh my god, it's in Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
What?
Oh.
I want to go on like a quick tangent and just see, because as we all know, the cap of invisibility is not the only item of invisibility. There's also cloaks of invisibility.
Oh.
Invisible items are like almost a trope, I guess. Maybe sometimes there's even a ring that makes you invisible. Perhaps.
What are other things that can make... you know what I think would be good? A pen. You just click it, and then you don't have to... And it can be enchanted, like Riptide is, so it always comes back to your pocket. But what if I'm not wearing pockets? How does Riptide work then?
It appears in a I don't want to say what I was gonna think.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it.
Okay.
Anyway, well, also, fun fact for you, King Arthur sometimes has, like, either, like, a mantle or, like, a dagger of some kind that make him invisible. So, like, he's got a couple different things that make him invisible, which is cool. And no one ever uses that for King Arthur stuff.
Why would we do that?
I get mad, because I went on such a deep dive on, like, King Arthur, like, lore and everything, and I'm just like, I swear, nobody who adapts it actually uses, like, half of the shit that exists. There is so much to pull from.
I'm sure this book
I have anger. I have so much anger.
This book I got is a reimagining of the Arthurian.
Is it at all accurate to anything?
I haven't read it yet. It says the Lady of Shalott reclaims her story in this bold feminist reimagining of the Arthurian myth from the best-selling author of Ash Princess. It is called Half Sick of Shadows, in case anybody is.
Interesting. This is not Taylor's plug, I don't think.
No, I haven't read it yet. You know what I also haven't read?
What?
Song of Achilles.
Wait, what? I couldn't hear you.
Song of Achilles.
Thank you.
Wait, did you actually hear me and make me say it again?
I kind of heard you, but I also kind of didn't.
To be shamed.
You have to be shamed on the podcast, publicly.
Make my job easier.
Yeah. I'll be angry on a different episode, maybe, to talk about King Arthur. That's what you should do. In a bonus episode, I'll just tell you some lore. I should just info dump on Taylor. It'll be great. Oh, yeah. I mean, cloaks of invisibility are used a lot. It definitely is more in, like, fiction that I'm seeing, like, the trope of the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the cap that Hades has is, like, one of the originators of, like, the trope of something that makes you invisible.
Yeah.
There is, I thought I saw something here. No, that's just the King Arthur thing again. It technically has that under, like, Welsh mythology, which, like, King Arthur is kind of Welsh mythology. So, there you go. There's another myth thing that involves that trope. And obviously we have, invisibility rings. That could be, like, a thing in, like, another popular piece of media.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know, like...
Never heard of it.
Oh my goodness, there's, like, so much stuff on Magic Ring. It's great. A lot of it is Norse. We'll talk about it when we get to Norse things in, like, 10 years.
A million years now, it's fine.
Makes me so sad. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with this tangent, but, like, invisibility stuff is cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. Alright, let's talk about the asshole. Ares, god of war! That's who he is. It says he's god of courage and war. I don't want him to be associated with courage. Nope. Goodbye.
Cancelled.
Ares is cancelled. Oh my goodness. He would be cancelled a million times. Yeah, so he represents the physical or violent, untamed aspect of war, compared to, like, Athena, who's, like, war strategy and all that shit.
Yeah. She's a general. He's just a crazy guy.
He's the berserker. Well, she's, like, the one who actually thinks about what she's doing before she does it. She's tough.
Yeah.
She thinks before striking.
I love Toph.
I almost want to be like, that makes Ares like Sokka, who just kind of, like, hits things without thinking about it.
Okay, Sokka gets better at it.
He does get better, but sometimes he's just, like, hitting things.
He's like 15, let him go. Ares is an immortal god.
Yeah, he should, maybe be a little bit more mature than that. Alright,
yeah.
I do love that, like, Ares just kind of gets shit on in the mythology, too. It's great. So, let's see, his symbols. A bunch of these are just weapons. We have a sword, a spear, a shield, a helmet, a chariot, a flaming torch, a dog, boar, and a vulture. Just a dog? Like, is there not, like, a specific dog?
No, just a dog.
Just dog.
Just dog. Just Doge.
I don't want to associate him with doggos. No.
I mean, I hate to, like, when a lot of, like, war memorials and stuff have things specifically to the dogs associated with war, so they're sort of intertwined.
Rude.
Like, when I was in, I was at Lackland Air Force Base. My ex-boyfriend was in the Air Force, and I went down for his graduation. Like, we were, like, walking through, like, the grounds, and they had these older airplanes and stuff, but they also had this, like, memorial to the different types of dogs that were associated with fighting with the Air Force over the years. So, unfortunately, doggos and war are not inseparable.
I would rather associate the dogs with, Hades and, like, death and things.
Death?
Yes. Listen, we talked, oh god, that was, like, so many episodes ago when we talked about, like, the Hellhound and, like, the...
Oh, that was, like, the beginning of the show.
Yeah, like, the guardian dogs who, like, guard, graveyards and shit.
Yeah.
I like those. Those are good dogs.
Those are good dogs, you're right.
And his Roman aspect, Ares' Roman aspect is Mars, who is much more well-regarded in Roman mythology.
Yeah, Mars is a much better, like, person/character than Ares ever will be.
Yeah, what does it say here? He's got, he's also an agricultural guardian in, Rome, so...
Interesting.
It's like god of bloodthirsty war and agriculture.
You do.
Like
you do.
That's weird. That's some weird shit. Like, do you just, like, kill people and then you plant their dead bodies? Is that it?
Yeah.
And then that becomes the food that you eat next season? You're welcome. I love this, because Taylor is so broken, and I'm just, like, spouting my usual bullshit, and she can't take it.
Also, there's also a weird noise coming.
It's me. I'm behind you.
You're Mr. Clean right behind me?
Yes.
Joe and I say that to each other all the time.
That's great. Of course, also, let's see. His parents are Zeus and Hera! Yay! Just the lovely family of... Yeah. Am I wrong?
It's fine.
I mean, Hera deserves better, but, like, she's also kind of, like, not great.
Hera's been growing on me.
Like, it really depends for me. I go back and forth on her. But also,
she's not great in the series when we meet her, but,
she also takes out all of her anger, like, on the people that Zeus fucks, and not actually Zeus. Which, like...
But because she can't.
She could. She could if she really tried.
She's not gonna do anything. She's not gonna do anything.
Listen, here we go. Let's just, like, rewrite the mythology where instead Hera's like, oh, I'm not taking this shit anymore, and then she just, like, usurps the throne from Zeus.
That's what I'm saying. And then Hades and her can be equals in their two realms, and it would be fine. Everything would run fine.
But, like, have her stop, like, beating up the people that Zeus fucks, because they didn't do shit wrong. Most of them were raped. So, Hera, stop doing that. Please.
Yeah, it's like, don't do that, but I get why you're mad.
I get why she's mad. She has a right to be mad. But who she takes it out on should be somebody else. Preferably Zeus.
It should be the dick wagon.
Yeah, the dick wagon. Zeus, the dick wagon. Anyway, we were talking about Ares. He has a shit ton of siblings. I'm not naming all of them because Zeus is his dad, so he has a shit ton of siblings. Consort Aphrodite and various others. I think that's funny. And he has children with Aphrodite. The Erotes, which are like the gods of like love and sex.
Eros is my favorite. I love Eros. And it's purely because of his character in Lore Olympus, no other reason.
I like him for the drawing that I made of.
That is true. That was a good drawing of him.
Just because I was like, his name is Eros, and he fights with arrows, so he must be Arrow, as in aromantic.
Except he can't be.
He's the god of, like, sex. He does not have to be romantic.
Yeah, but, like, there's an entire story about...
No, him and Psyche, they're, like, queer platonic. It's different. It's fine.
Okay, just tell yourself that.
I will.
Okay, you do that.
I'm allowed.
I know!
She hates me. He also birthed. He had a few other children, such as Phobos and Deimos, who were like fear and terror. I don't know who half of these other ones are.
I've heard of Thrax because it's Threes.
Also the Amazons are on here. I believe Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons, is technically his child, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's funny that it just has the Amazons. So like,
yeah, I don't think it's all of them.
Also, that's just funny because we mentioned the whole Wonder Woman thing.
Yeah. Does it ever mention which god helps create Diana?
Yeah, it's Zeus.
Is it Zeus?
Her dad is Zeus. At least in that movie. I don't know what it is in the comics. I don't know enough about DC Comics. Or at least not Wonder Woman.
The movie didn't always keep my attention, so I lost track.
The first movie was pretty good for DC. For DC.
That was a good addition there, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Does it have anything else about his name? Is there like a etymology here? Oh, Ares
it's
just means battle.
It just says names.
It possibly means battle. In the Iliad, his name is synonymous with battle, so possibly that's what it might mean. Also, Bane,
Are you looking
Ruin,
at the part where it says
Curse.
Names? Okay, there you go.
Yeah. No, I skipped down for a second because that's just where my eyes went.
Okay,
ADHD and reading.
It says right here.
Well, remember, this is how ADHD and reading works. I just go wherever the eyes go. So, but I think that's funny. His name just, means Bane. Once again, that's a DC character, Bane.
Ares is DC?
Ares is DC. All of DC Comics is actually just Ares. Ares upon Ares in a trench coat. It's just Ares all the way down.
Ares all the way down. Oh my god.
Listen, we have to buff out this episode with my bullshit because there's not much to say when we get to the chapter. Yeah, he's important in the Iliad. Yeah?
I'm still trying to figure out my get rich quick scheme with God blood. So
I don't understand what you were saying before, so I had no idea what you're going on about.
It makes sense in my head, Charlie.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, continue.
So obviously he's important in the Iliad because it's literally about war. It makes sense.
It is?
Yeah. A little bit. I mean, it's mostly about a gay romance, but I guess it's also kind of about war.
Sort of, yeah.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I don't want to go off on all of that shit because there's a lot of things there. Obviously, he was important in Sparta. You can understand why if you know anything about Sparta. Attributes. He has birds. He has a flock of feather dart dropping birds. They guard the Amazon shrine. Okay. I've never heard this before. That's interesting. And it's just one sentence here. Cool.
Okay.
He has birds, but they're not one of his symbols, so I don't know. He was sacrificed when people went to war. There's a statue of him in chains. It's Sparta. Because to show that the spirit of war and victory was kept in the city. You know what? That makes sense. I was like, Sparta, why? I'm like, oh, I get it. Because Sparta.
Because Sparta. Sparta's always... If Sparta's involved, you just say,
Sparta.
Because Sparta. There is no use trying to understand Sparta.
Nah. They were also all berserkers, just like Ares. So, it makes sense.
See our discussion about the underworld for my thoughts about Sparta and the underworld.
Did you talk about that? I don't even
I did.
remember. That was last week. I have no memory of this.
No, we recorded it 2 weeks ago. You're fine.
Okay, sure.
It came out today, our time.
He also has some attendants that accompany him in war, such as his sons Phobos and Deimos, Eris, the goddess of discord. God, I just want I just want Eris to be, like, the goddess of, like Discord the app. Because that makes so much sense. Discord just is chaos. Is it not? Is it not?
It is. We love it. We do. We love Discord.
Do I need to, like, draw Eris, but, like, make her, like, the goddess of the app of Discord?
Yeah.
It's just wonderful. Yeah, so he's got attendants and his long list of consorts and children. Who else did he sleep with? Oh my goodness. Persephone? Wooed her unsuccessfully. I like that it specifies this. Because I got concerned for a moment. Now I'm the one who's not okay. I'm broken.
Okay,
wow, he sleeps a lot. He does sleep a lot. He sleeps around a lot. Like, wow, okay. He's got mortal consorts, semi-divine, and a few divine. One of these is a muse. He slept with the muse of dance, Terpsichore. That's the muse of dance.
Oh, there she is. I was like, I don't know why
I just know her name because, the movie Xanadu.
Calliope's on here too, dude.
Yeah, but Terpsichore pops out at me. She's okay. Calliope is just the muse of poetry, but the muse of dance is funny to me.
Okay. It was just because Calliope is a bigger thing on here than Terpsichore is, but okay.
I don't know who half these people are. Yeah, okay, so it says he slept with Harmonia to have the Amazons. Just all of the Amazons still.
All of them.
Oh, Euretian is his kid? Or at least one of them. Oh god, apparently there's a few Euretians. I didn't know that.
There's so many things.
Okay. No, it is the one I thought of. Okay. It's he's a guy, he has, the dog Orthrus, the two-headed one.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I just know a lot of these random characters, and most of it is because of Percy Jackson shit.
Or because of their dogs, apparently.
Yeah, I know people by their dogs.
That's different from real life?
I mean...
'Cause that's how I learn people.
I don't learn people by their dogs.
No, I just don't learn people.
You teach!
Children aren't people! I guarantee most teachers will say that exact thing to you, too.
Oh, you have to tweet that. Just children aren't people.
I'll do it right now. I'll do it from my personal Twitter, even. So, listener, you'll be able to go back on July 1st and see
2021 and see this. Sorry. You gotta say
Children
the year. This is,
aren't people.
Oh my god.
I even heard a thanks at the end. Sorry to Jish and Nora.
I was gonna say, there are children that you know, one of them being Jish, who you're the biggest fan of. Wait a second here. Wait a second. I don't like this. Okay, remember when I said, Ares fucked Harmonia and outpopped the Amazons?
Yes.
I forgot that she might be his kid.
I feel zero surprise.
I just don't like it. When it's, directly your kid, that's just why? The gods are fucking gross, but also just,
Yeah, they are fucking gross.
They are, yeah. Fucking Ares is pretty gross to me.
Gotta agree, man.
He probably, never cleans his, blood-stained robes, so, that'd be pretty gross.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
He never cleans his blood-stained sheets?
Nope, I didn't know you were going with blood-stained anything. And I thought you were going with, something else. We're just gonna move.
He just doesn't clean anything. He's anti-cleanliness.
No, I feel like somebody out there is gonna understand what I was thinking.
Yeah? Yeah?
I don't want to say it.
I think I know what you're trying to say, and I'm just...
I'll say it to Joe when I get off.
I'm gonna move on.
Okay, you do that.
He founded Thebes, apparently. Oh yeah, this is, right, with, him and Cadmus. He had a dragon. Did you know this? He had a dragon. He had a water dragon.
Oh man, I want dragon.
We love dragons. Dragons are good. But,
that reminds me, I watched Raya. Sorry.
Good. We should talk about Raya later.
Sorry, I just, remembered.
Trying to get through this fucking page. I really just don't like Ares.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
So he made a dragon. It was slain by Cadmus, who then sewed some teeth into the ground and popped people. Spartoi is what they're called, which is weird because they're from Thebes, not from Sparta. Ha ha ha. Yes, of course. We already talked about the whole Ares Aphrodite thing, right? We already talked about this. I don't want to go into it again. That's a thing. Why isn't everybody here poly so we can just, not have this deal? I don't know. I think Ares and Aphrodite would be into it, and Hephaestus already has, 3 wives, so, I don't know why it's a problem. Just saying.
That's how you fix everything.
Being poly apparently fixes everything. I say as someone who is not poly.
That's, okay, so I don't say that out loud, but every time you talk about this, that's all I think. I hope you know. Literally every time I'm like, do they know? At least they've never told me they're poly? Did I miss something?
No, I just enjoy poly ships a lot. I don't think I would have the mental capacity to date more than one person.
I think I'd be fine dating more than one person. I just don't think I could keep up an intimate relationship with more than one person at a time.
I fear I would just forget things, and I would get the things mixed up with different people. Because I do that with friends. So I don't want to offend anybody and get shit mixed up and be like, oh, well, I have fucked everything. Yeah, that's my story. Okay,
adorable.
I think that's basically the end of the page, because we already mentioned the Iliad. I mean, all the gods fought against the giants at one point. We'll get into that someday. It's not important right now.
Yes.
And in cultural depictions, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's basically, he's got his spear and helmet, he's got a dog with him, and also a vulture. Sure.
I understand the vulture, but it's...
okay, I'm assuming it's something after, the battle is over, the vulture goes to the battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's just the vulture.
Oh, I just realized a thing. So, remember when I said the thing about, Thebes and how the people spout up from the ground? They're planted? Is that why Mars has agriculture things? Because of, something to do with that?
Ah, maybe.
I'm wondering.
Huh.
I mean, it could have... I'm just thinking because of, how the things evolve over time. Maybe that got, brought back into Ares, and then when he became Mars, it's oh, agriculture, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
It might be.
That's Ares. He sucks. Oh, one time he got trapped in a jar. I think that's funny. I think that was in the Giant War, actually. Yes. Yeah, he was trapped in a bronze urn.
Good.
I have a pin of that, of him being trapped in the jar. It's great.
Good.
It's overly sarcastic production. If you
I'm surprised.
I know you are. Let's talk about the chapter now that it's been an hour. I think it's funny. I literally, whenever I tell my friends about this podcast, I'm just yeah, it's kind of about Percy Jackson, but mostly I just
mostly it's mostly us nerding out about other things.
Mostly we just go on Wikipedia and just be what the fuck for an hour, and then we talk about Percy Jackson for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's a pretty good synopsis of our show.
I battle my jerk relative. I mean, I guess they had to say jerk because this is a children's book, but let Percy call him an asshole.
That reminds me.
Oh?
A couple episodes, you and I had an not okay moment.
Oh?
When we noticed that Rick wrote the word gangbanger.
Yeah.
That means something entirely different, at least to us.
Yep.
Someone has lovingly pointed out that can just mean a gang member.
Yeah, Christina did that, I think.
Yes. I would not, as an editor, have allowed that to be put in a children's book, because a lot of places, that is not what that means to people upon here.
Yeah,
so,
there's the insinuation of, banging,
Yeah, like, when I hear gangbanger, I hear, like, okay.
Gross things.
Illegal things, terrifying things.
Yeah. Anyway, Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. For those of you who are like, why are they freaking out? Yeah, apparently it means just gang member to some people. To me, that is not what that means.
No, it's not.
That means multiple people raping a woman, or man, or non-binary person in an alley. So...
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the kids are just in the middle of...
They're in the water. They're in the water.
The water that Annabeth was really worried about Percy getting into earlier.
Yeah, now they're all in it.
Now she's just been in it.
I like how Percy has to specify, yes, I made myself get wet in this water. Haha, haha. And
I am also wet. That would be interesting. You pull out a kid who's completely dry.
And also the fact that he gave Grover his shoes. His shoes shouldn't be staying on, though. I'm just gonna say that part. That, like, Grover's fake feet are gone, so Percy's shoes should not be staying on Grover.
Yeah.
I also don't know when he gave him his shoes, like, while they were submerged in the water.
I guess maybe while they were just sort of floating in the water.
I guess he just was like, I'm gonna take off my shoes, Grover, put these on. Even though they're not gonna really stay on, they're just gonna float into the water and go away.
I mean, he tried. He was trying to help.
You know what? Actually, wouldn't that make it worse? Like, if he takes his shoes off while they're in the water, and then Grover tries to put them on, wouldn't that just make Grover, like, float to the bottom? Because shoes weigh you down, and his shoes would just fill up with water. This is just a bad thing all around. It's just bad. I don't know how this would happen.
I don't think it would... I don't know. I think it's good in this context to mention, oh yeah, hey, we know Grover's feet are uncovered, we took care of it.
I just don't know the logistics of how it happens.
Or if it would work, yeah.
Yeah, so, they're like, well, this was a trick. A strategy worthy of Athena, and Annabeth is offended.
And he's like...
Just think about that for a second. Like, this is Ares. He clearly did not make that strategy.
Yeah, that's sort of his point.
That's why she's offended. She's like, fucking Ares would not come up with this plan.
So Percy's also like, he saw his mother for like a brief moment.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't want to talk about it.
That the you shall go west and face the god who has turned part of the prophecy was correct.
Yeah, but it wasn't Hades.
As well. It wasn't Hades. It was fucking Ares.
Yeah. And he
I like how it takes Grover so long to figure out who it is. You know it's bad when Percy's fucking figured it out and you haven't.
Yeah. This is just where I'm gonna mention a thing. A couple chapters ago when Percy had his nightmare and there was an invisible person, that was Ares. I figured it out when I read the chapter. I'm like, oh shit, it's because he has the Helm of Darkness, that's why he's invisible. Otherwise, he would just totally be visible in the stream. Probably.
You were very happy when you...
Yeah, because I'm just like...
And then I was very happy because I hadn't thought about it, and it was we were happy.
I put it together. So, yeah. And, of course, Ares wanted to start a war because he's fucking Ares, and he sucks. And Ares is like, oh, I didn't steal things personally.
Hold on, before you get to that part.
What?
His greeting is, hey kid, you were supposed to die.
Yeah, you know, that's how I want to be greeted.
Sorry, I had to make sure we mentioned his greeting.
Do you want me to greet you like that next time I see you? Hey kid, you were supposed to die.
I'm waiting for the day, man.
Aren't we all? We're all waiting for Taylor to die.
Waiting for me specifically. Yes. You're gonna get hate mail from mods about that.
Oh, the other day, was it, did I, like, retweet something from the pod and be like, place your bets now on which of us is gonna die? And you immediately replied, and you were like, me.
I'm pretty sure that one has more likes currently.
It's great. It's just wonderful.
It's fine. I'm aware. If either of us were to die right now, it's more likely to be me than Charlie.
No.
For several reasons.
Oh, because I'm immortal? Shit.
Well, that is a big one, I must say. That's a really big Oof.
Taylor, quick, just become non-binary and then you can't die. There you go.
But that takes effort.
Nah.
You
You just have to, like, hit some snakes with a stick.
Oh, shit. I live near trees now. Maybe I can find a snake.
But they have to be snakes that are having sex, you know?
Oh, I don't know if snakes would be copulating this. Probably not. Guess I'm fucked.
Hey y'all, listen to our Pride Month episode where we talked with Haley about this specific thing and how it's a thing in mythology.
We're not just talking about snake copulation for no reason.
If you didn't listen to that episode, hey, you should listen to it. It's really funny.
Good times.
We talked about cloacas a lot. There was like a 30-minute span where I think we talked about cloacas.
But then, if you also listen to some episodes of other movie night cruise shows, around the same time, for some reason the word cloaca kept popping up on all of them.
It's probably because of Haley.
Haley, I love you.
Yeah, anyway. Percy Jackson!
Okay, so Percy's like trying to figure out who gave Ares the other symbols of power.
And he's like, was it Clarice? Was it her? And Ares is like, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna tell you shit. So we don't actually know who stole the items, because Ares couldn't have, because he's a god. He can't steal items of power.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like how, to blend in, the Helm of Darkness looks like a ski cap.
I'm just,
like,
so...
a black bank robber ski cap.
Why the fuck would... This must be an Ares thing, because I don't think Hades would be caught dead wearing a bank robber ski cap. Hades, the fucking Lord of Riches. Why would he want to look like a bank robber? Why? I'm angry.
I can tell. And everyone's like, why would you want to start a fight with your family? And Ares is like,
it's the best kind of war. That's so funny.
Like, that's such a Ares thing to say.
Yeah. Listen, Ares is cancelled. Out of all the gods, it's Ares and Zeus that are, like, the most cancelled.
To be honest, Ares might be more cancelled than Zeus. Zeus is very cancelled, but, like, just slightly under Ares.
Yeah. And then Athena is, like, constantly trying to get uncancelled by, like, trying to do nice things.
Yeah, but then she does something shitty while doing the nice thing.
Like, she does something shitty to another woman, and by turning her into a monster. It's like, you were just trying to get over this. Why did you do it again?
And the Council of Cloven Elders, they're just top cancelled.
Yeah, that too. Listen, they were mean to Grover. That offends me personally.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Okay, they didn't have the bolt the whole time, but they had the bolt sheath, which was...
It's magic. Basically, when it goes to the underworld, then you have the bolt. You got mail.
Ares pulled some strings and made it so that as soon as he got to Hades, poof. And that's why it kept getting, like, heavier and heavier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So...
I guess the bolt is heavy. Like, you know, I guess it is. It's lightning. Does lightning weigh anything?
Let's see. Science people help. Joseph. Joe.
I want to know if Joe would actually answer this.
Does lightning weigh anything? Does lightning weigh anything? He says he doesn't think so. Well, I figured, but I don't know. I'm dumb. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
He sounded perturbed.
That's great.
Do I keep that in?
Please do. Yeah, so, whether or not lightning weighs anything, apparently the bolt does, I guess. And then Percy's like, why didn't you just keep the bolt for yourself? And Ares is like, I didn't think about this. It's funny, because he goes into, like, a stupid face for a second. He's like, oh, well, that's dumb.
He goes into a face that confirms that
this plan was not his own.
Not his.
I'm just like, I don't want to compare him to a himbo, because he's not nice enough to be a himbo, but, like, I'm just thinking of, like, the himbo thinking face, you know, where it's just like, why didn't I do that thing? and just, like, the gears in his head, and there's just smoke billowing out of his ears as he's like, huh.
Yeah.
But, this plan was not his own.
I am the god of war. I take orders from no one.
I don't have
dreams. Who said anything about dreams?
That's really sad. He has no dreams. He has no aspirations.
Except to cause war.
Yeah. That's not really a dream. That's just...
It just happens all the time, constantly.
He's the bad type of chaos. We don't like his chaos. We like the chaos from Discord.
So, Percy is like, fight me. Don't send a fucking boar at me. I mean, he kills the boar very easily.
Yeah.
It helped that if he was in the water, I don't know if it would have been, like, as easy of a fight. I think he would have been fine, but...
Is he in the water this entire time? Like,
yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, with the boar he is. He gets pushed out of the water while he's fighting Ares.
Yeah.
And gets back. But yeah,
that's
he's in the water. Yeah. Yeah, he's in the water the whole time with the boar.
And Ares is like, you only run from things. And, like, I think when Percy ran those times, those were smart decisions. Because... Yeah.
See, he actually thinks before he acts sometimes.
But also, like, he can take Ares, honestly. Even as a 12-year-old, he fucking, like, takes Ares. Even though Ares just runs by the end of this fight. But, like, he scares him. So, he did it.
Yeah. And it's... Before the fight actually begins, you have Annabeth give Percy her necklace with her father's ring, and she says reconciliation, Athena and Poseidon together.
And then Grover gives Percy a tin can. It's wonderful.
I love it. It was so, like, heartwarming and stuff. And, like, it is super heartwarming, like what Grover does. But it's just so weird in contrast.
Yeah. Grover is great. He's just a nice little cinnamon roll. Must protect him.
So, they fight a little, but Ares was smart and got him away from the water.
Oh, the one smart thing Ares has ever done gets the son of Poseidon away from the water in a fight.
For, like, a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And everybody sees them using guns.
I'm just confused about that part.
Are they, like, slamming their guns together?
I guess so. How do you fight like this, but with guns? I'm, like, very confused. Do they think they're just, like, shooting at each other?
Yes.
I can't see Taylor. The book is in the way.
Oh, sorry, the book. And it's interesting because here's a moment where we see Percy having trouble with the mist. He starts to sort of see Ares' sword as a shotgun, and then a sword, and then...
Yeah. I don't know, this is weird. But also, so yeah, Percy's having a time with this fight. His ADHD is helping him. And, the police recognize him as, the runaway kid. So I wonder what what's gonna happen there.
Great. It's great. It's fine.
It's wonderful. Action, more action.
We get back to the water.
And then he hits Ares.
He's really controlling. He controls it.
Yeah.
Like, he's
a waterbender.
He's like, he's literally, like, telling it to wait before, and then he finally, like, uses it to his advantage, which is really neat.
And then he hits Ares. And Ares bleeds the ethereal fluid.
Never say ethereal fluid ever again to me.
I'm gonna keep saying it, because I couldn't pronounce the word.
Ichor is so much easier than ethereal.
Ethereal fluid? Yeah. And then we have, this cool thing that happens. We get a dark presence that, makes time go all weird, and the temperature drops, and Percy's like, life is meaningless.
Oh, that's an average day here.
That's just how my depression works, dude.
I was like, that's just depression.
Who's the god of depression?
Depresso, espresso. I'm sure there's gotta be a god of depression.
Are you looking this up?
Depression.
It's me, actually. My picture's gonna come up.
It's a goddess. It's Oasis.
Who the fuck?
Is the goddess of misery, anxiety, grief, and depression. Her Roman counterpart is Miseria, from which misery
I think I know who you're talking about here.
Her parents are Nyx and Erebus.
Miseria. Misery. Her name is just Misery.
Yep.
Yeah. She doesn't have a cult following, apparently. My goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna go down a rabbit hole.
Her twin is Momus, the god of blame.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's not go into this, Taylor. We don't need more things.
Okay. So we have essentially depression happening to daytime. It's fine.
So is that the god that's here at this moment? Is it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's no one else.
Yep, nobody else.
The true big bad was depression all along.
Too real, man. I hate when they call him by his real name. His name is not Perseus. His name is Percy. He's his own
Beware,
fucking man.
Perseus Jackson. Beware. God, how he speaks here, it's just like, you will feel my curse.
Ares can't speak like that. He's a dumbass.
You're a dumbass. You're not allowed to, sound profound for some reason.
Yeah. So Ares disappears.
So Ares, backs out because he's like, well, you might have, hit me, but, something else, the depression, it hit me, so, I can't be here anymore. I'm out.
Yeah.
And then he shows his immortal form for 5 seconds.
Which we cannot look at or we die.
Percy is just I knew this, even though I was not told. Interesting. Yeah.
So the Furies arrive. They were watching everything. And Mrs. Dodds is like, damn, well, I've become a true hero. Because if you don't, I'm gonna torture you forever.
Bye!
Bye!
And now, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go fly on an airplane. Carrying the lightning bolts.
Oh, God.
That would be
that's gonna go well.
That sounds just real bad.
They're also still fugitives of the law, so that's fun.
Yeah,
that's
normal, God, do we only have 2 chapters left?
Yep.
Wow.
2 chapters in the movie.
I can't wait! I'm, actually excited, though.
Well, we're gonna watch the movie either tomorrow night or Saturday, I'm not sure yet. Okay.
Maybe I should watch it, twice, just so I make sure I get all the notes. I've actually seen it enough times, so I shouldn't need that many things.
Okay. Do you have a plug for me?
I do have a plug for you. So my plug is The Bold Type, which is a show that, as of this recording, finished yesterday, funnily enough. It's just this really cute, show about 3 best friends who work at a magazine, and all of the crazy shit that happens to them. One of them finds out that she's queer, so, that's why I like it, obviously. That's the only reason I like it. No, I also just love these, the friendship of these 3 women. It's very good. And, yeah. I don't know. One of the main girls is very annoying, though. Not the queer one.
What is this even on?
It was on Freeform.
Seriously.
So, you can watch it on Hulu. It's good shit. But yeah, one of the main girls has, protagonist energy, so much. So, she's kind of annoying at times. And my favorite...
That'll do it.
My favorite of the 3 is, Sutton, though. She's great. I just love her. She's also not the gay one.
Which one's the gay one? Jane or Kat?
Kat.
Kat.
Jane is protagonist energy.
Aisha is the actress's name. That is my middle name.
I know that.
This is exciting.
Yeah. It's a good show. I like it. I was confused when they're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the last season, and it's only gonna be 6 episodes long. And I was like, that's not a full season. There are still some things y'all need to wrap up. How are you gonna do that? And I think they ended it pretty well, honestly. It gave me the emotions. It was, pretty well wrapped up.
Gave you the closure you needed?
I think so. I really did think there was going to be, a little epilogue at the end to be 5 years later, this is where they are now. But, it didn't happen. But, some of my predictions did come true.
Good.
was good shit.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. What is your plug, Taylor, my dear?
I haven't had time to breathe. My plug is sleeping now. That's always my plug. What are we talking about? My plug is Crime Scene Kitchen on Fox. It is such a weirdly, it is such a show that just, I don't know, it gives me such joy to watch for some reason.
It's
also hosted by Joel McHale, which is one of my favorite people ever.
Oh, Crime Scene Kitchen. I think this is the show that my mom was watching, sometime last week, and I just, walked into the room, what is this? What's going on here?
So the contestants have to enter this, room sort of thing, and use the clues they find in there to guess what was made, and they have to recreate the dessert that was made in the crime scene kitchen. It's so good. I love it so much. It's such a good... I don't know. I love baking shows, and I also love Joel McHale.
My mom also loves baking shows.
Does she also love Joel McHale?
I have no idea. Who is this person?
Have you seen Community?
No. I vaguely know who this person is. I've seen his face before.
Okay, well, I love Joel McHale, so that's why I started watching it.
Wait.
And I don't know.
He was in the fourth Spy Kids movie. That's where I know him from.
That is I'm gonna skip past that. You saw the fourth Spy Kids movie?
Yeah. It came out, I think it came out on my birthday. That's why I saw it. Or at least I saw it for my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I like Spy Kids, okay?
Yeah, you can like the first 3 Spy Kids. We pretend the 4th one doesn't exist.
I was excited for more things, and I still liked it, okay?
Okay.
I like things. I'm not a hater.
I know you do. There's weird laughing coming from somewhere.
The ghost of Joe.
Are you dead? Please don't be dead. Rent is expensive in this city.
It's the only reason you want him alive? I'm gonna die.
Get off of my Hogwarts Express.
I'm just too busy laughing. Well, I don't know. Am I supposed to end this the same way? Spoilers, she's not in her closet.
Okay, my closet is 90 degrees, and I don't want to die.
Except...
I love you guys, but
except you're already
90
dead.
degrees in there. That's true. Oh, that's how we kill me off while we're recording. I do it in the closet, and that kills me.
And then instead you just are a ghost and you're still forever doing this podcast because we have never-ending Rick Riordan content.
It's fine. It's fine.
Our ghost will continue on forever.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically you should go back in your closet because it's not Pride Month anymore. So, but I'm gonna just say it anyway. Taylor, come out of your fucking closet.
You can follow the podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send an iris message to us through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. You can follow me, Taylor, at Taylor from Cabin 6 on Instagram, and Historical Femme, spelled FEMME, on Twitter. Catch me on episodes of the Restricted Section, Hell from Elsewhere, and True Stories of a Tryhard.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, mainly Instagram and Tumblr. But on Twitter, I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm not salty about. No, not at all. I also have an art Instagram that I sometimes use at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mack. That's MACK.
Our music was written by Nora Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian Emmerich. You can find Nora at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your pod. She's the host of Siblings and Fandoms, where Nora and her sister Maddie talk about fandoms they're part of, ones they're not, and everything in between. She is also the host of Modern Musical Origin, which is an informative show delving into the history of different instruments and styles of music. You can find both of those pods on all the major podcasting apps. We are proud to be part of the Movie Night Crew Network, which features the Restricted section, a chapter-by-chapter Harry Potter pod with lots of spoilers all the times, the Movie Night Crew, join some friends as they react to some terrible, some meh, some really great movies. Fandom's Gone Wrong, a fandom-filled show co-hosted by our own Charlie. Content and Capable, where we follow Sam as he tries to figure out what it truly means to adult. And My Cabbages, an Avatar podcast that follows the true hero of the Avatar The Last Airbender series, the Cabbage Cart Guy.
Coffee, tea, honor, cabbage. Long ago, the four elements lived in harmony. Then, shit went totally cray when the Avatar attacked. Only the Cabbage Man, merchant of fine cruciferous vegetables, could stand against his trolling. But when the world needed some dank veg, he vanished. 10 years have passed, and my partner and I have started a new podcast.
My Cabbages! An Avatar podcast.
A weekly show about Avatar The Last Airbender. Whether it's Sokka's new line of cologne.
Hey, look at you, sitting there on a seal. Well, now look back at me. I'm on an even bigger seal. Now look away.
D&D related antics.
You have to make an acrobatics check for that, and Aang just like unzips his pants and whips out his d20s. He's just like, I got this.
Or randomly breaking into song.
Go bending waterfall.
We'll stumble our way through the greatest show ever made, one episode at a time.
You can reach us at CabbageCast, which is our Twitter, or
subscribe wherever you catch pod.
Rotten cabbages? What kind of slum do you think this is?
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now, we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
You're in a metaphorical closet.
That movie sucked. I kind of liked it.
Movie Night Crew Network.